If you need to move to a different house, you might call City of Angels, an up-and-coming moving company that serves the LA area. But lately, owner David Sassoonian has been finding it hard to stay profitable with the rising cost of labor in his industry.
For us, our most expensive cost is our employees, for sure.
But after spending some time watching David's movers, I realized there might be a simple solution to all of his problems. So I paid him a visit to see if I could help. This is Nathan for you. Your movers are very in shape.
Our guys are in shape, yeah, all the time.
Lifting all those boxes and furniture, that's a great way to get fit.
Yeah, the guys are getting a great workout. They're always getting a great workout.
And that's the idea. You see, the average gym member in America spends over $700 a year to perform physical labor that's very similar to the work that David's employees do. So if we can make a convincing argument that moving boxes and furniture from house to house is a better workout than going to the gym, David could tap into an endless supply of labor that would actually pay him for the opportunity to move stuff. The plan? Turn the job of moving into America's next fitness craze.
People don't usually pay to work for somebody else.
I think you'll get a lot more people if they just think it's a workout and we don't tell them that they're actually doing free labor. I mean, that's just my opinion as someone who knows a lot about marketing.
I don't know. I don't know if I can convince people to do that.
David was skeptical, but agreed to give me the chance to prove that this would work. Launching a fitness craze, however, would be no easy task. I didn't know much about this stuff, but it seemed like every popular workout was based around a charismatic figure who's a living example of what the workout can do. I know I'm charismatic, and since the workout was my idea anyways, I thought it would be easiest if I just did it. But after reviewing the promotional images I took, I realized I just didn't have the body to be a convincing fitness authority. So I sent my producers to a local fitness convention, and they found a professional bodybuilder who seemed interested in being a spokesperson. So later that week, I brought him into my office to see if he could impress me enough to get the job.
I'm older, but watch me, look at me. I can outperform you. I look just as good as you do. I see this as an opportunity really for me to teach.
Jack said all the right things, but what I really cared about was his body. Yeah, seems like you got a good bod.
Thank you.
Yeah. Jack got the job, and because his role as spokesman would be so crucial, I prepared an extensive contract for him to sign. In the event of your death, we would have the rights to your name, likeness, DNA as well.
Okay.
Are you comfortable with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
With Jack on board, I walked him through my concept for a new workout called The Movement that would consist entirely of moving boxes and furniture from one location to another. My plan was to position Jack as the guru behind this workout, in the hopes I could convince people he got his amazing physique solely from lifting household items. Let's see some attitude. Beautiful. And to really sell this idea, I hired an obese lookalike to pose as Jack before he lost the weight. Now that the movement had its figurehead, I wanted to legitimize Jack with his own book. So to get the job done quickly, I contacted a ghostwriter who advertised his services on Craigslist and invited him to my office to see if he was right for the task. What I'm looking for is someone who knows a lot about fitness.
Okay.
Is that you?
Yes.
For my own due diligence, I need to know you're a good writer before hiring you, obviously.
Yeah.
So can you come up with an original sentence right now and tell it to me?
Okay. Okay. The candles flickered, the sheets were still, but all the energy in the room surrounded Roman and Kinsey. Kinsey stepped forth and gently touched Roman's arm. He suddenly felt weak in his legs and trembled and fell, as if his Achilles heel had been struck by a blade, but all it was simply a woman's touch.
Wow. That's a good sentence.
Thank you.
Obviously, this book would be more fitness, but Austin seemed like a pretty good fit for the project, so I gave him as much information as I could about the workout and its founder, Jack.
What did he do when he was younger?
As a child,
Yeah.
some things I don't know, and you're just gonna have to fill in the blanks yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right then.
With Austin off to write the book, I had a cover designed highlighting that Jack got his body only by moving boxes and furniture, and that he'd never been to a gym in his life. The problem was, in reality, Jack goes to the gym religiously.
I'm in the gym 6 to 7 days a week.
With the movement about to go public, I couldn't risk Jack being seen at a gym, or else we'd be exposed as a fraud. So I set up a private workout space for him so he could keep up his body in secret. So do you think this will work to maintain those muscles?
If this is, what I have to do, I'll make it work.
All right, well, you gonna have a workout, or?
Sure.
All right. Have fun. I felt confident moving forward now that our secret was safe, and I was thankful that Jack was so committed to the movement. And a couple days later, Austin returned with the completed book. Steve Jobs?
Yeah.
I was one of his childhood friends.
Oh, okay. Austin had taken a few liberties with Jack's life story, but for my purposes, it would work. So I rush published a bunch of copies and mailed them to media outlets throughout the state in the hopes I'd get some interest. And as luck would have it, we soon got the big break we needed. So I have some exciting news.
Okay.
One of the most popular morning news shows in the state wants you to talk about the movement live on air tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay. Wow.
How do you feel?
I felt I felt a rush go right by me. I mean, that is phenomenal.
Just so you know, too, I gave them this book that I had ghostwritten about your life.
Okay.
Obviously, the author didn't know anything about you, so he kind of made some stuff up.
Okay.
It seems like a big part of it is how you were childhood friends with Steve Jobs. So, do you know Steve Jobs?
Steve Jobs, yes. He's the Microsoft.
Apple.
Apple, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah, you might want to read it over to get a sense of what your life is like before tomorrow.
Okay.
In the later chapters, it actually says you spend a lot of time volunteering with jungle children. I don't know what that is, but you might want to bring it up because audiences love someone who gives back and is charitable.
Okay. I'll tell them, what they want to hear.
You're watching San Diego 6 News in the morning.
Welcome back. We are in spring, but we're always looking ahead to summer. And if you're looking to lose a couple of pounds, we have a free way to do it with things that are already in your home, and we have proof that it works.
We're going to introduce you to someone. Come in here and look at this before picture. This is Jack Garbarino before. This was Jack about 100 pounds ago. Now let's have you the grand reveal.
Big reveal.
This is Jack now.
Hello.
How great do you look now, Jack?
I look great. I feel great. I feel a renewed person. I'm lean and mean, and I'm a fighting machine.
The news appearance couldn't have gone better, and over the next couple weeks, Jack made appearances on morning shows throughout the region.
Our next guest lost more than 100 pounds and never stepped foot in a gym.
Can you lose 100 pounds just by moving boxes and furniture? One guy says it's possible.
Look at this man. He lost over 100 pounds, and now he's sharing his fitness tips with all of us.
Jack,
Glad to be here.
your story of inspiration.
Yes, that was me. I mean, you could see that I was a fat tub of lard, and
You can say it, I can't.
And you also came across Steve Jobs.
Yes.
How did you meet him?
Well, I grew up with him as a child.
No kidding.
He was my best friend as a child.
Were you able to keep that friendship with Steve Jobs so he could see what you were motivated to eventually become?
He never saw me really at this fit. We kept in touch, but that's it. Simple as this. I do charity work, with jungle children.
Jungle child is what?
Yeah, jungle child are children that live in the jungle. A while ago, I was working with a jungle child. His name was Dendy. He was a great inspiration for me. And unfortunately, tragically, he died when baboons kidnapped and ate him. It was actually one of the worst days of my life.
Where is this?
Jack turned out to be an extremely compelling spokesman, and he was really hitting our message home.
In my opinion, GYM stands for giving your money away. Never been to a gym in my life. Never stepped a foot in the gym in my entire life. I got this body by simply just moving boxes and furniture. If I could do it, anybody else can do it.
Fantastic.
Sign up, and you can see what we're doing to help people around the country.
Good work. You look amazing.
Thank you very much.
Having a professional maid come to your home is one of life's great luxuries. But what begins as a desire to have a tidy house often turns into a day-long dance where your home isn't fully yours.
It's okay if I go.
Oh, you want to clean here now?
Here?
Oh, yeah, sure. A house clean is a full-day inconvenience. And that gave me an idea that would help Candy Pilares of the Help Maid Service in Glendale, California, offer her customers a speedier clean. Nathan,
How are you doing?
I always do a weak handshake up front to establish that I'm not a threat.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's nice.
Something, yeah.
Oh, cool.
And after some small talk, we got down to business.
A lot of people just want 2 people there for 2 hours, and they usually can do a general cleaning of things.
So 1 maid takes 4 hours, 2 maids takes 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
By that logic, 40 maids could clean a house in 6 minutes.
Yes.
By offering to clean houses 40 maids at a time, Candy would not only double the amount of jobs she could do in a day, but her customers would likely pay a premium fee for a service that allows them to have a spotless home in the time it takes to go out and grab a cup of coffee. The plan? For the Help to offer the fastest clean in the country with 40 maids.
Well, if a customer, asks for that, if they want 20 people, 40 people in their house, I could provide it because I have the teams, but they've never really asked for a turbo clean or anything like that.
No one knows to ask for something that hasn't been invented yet.
I don't know how it would work.
Candy was intrigued, but knowing that coordination would be our biggest challenge, I first needed to do a test. So I found a guy who was willing to try out the service. Do you know the measurements of this room? And mapped out a detailed floor plan of the inside of his house. Oh, is there something?
Yeah, I think somebody stepped in dog shit outside and brought it in here, so.
Oh, I hope that wasn't me. So I guess they'll get that too then.
That'd be great.
Yeah. With a house to clean, the next day I had Candy assemble 4 of her best maids back at the office to be team leaders. 7 in the kitchen, 5 in the living room, and together we came up with a surefire plan to execute a 6-minute clean. For this to work, the maids would have to travel together, so I had a bus rented and outfitted with branding, and I parked it at a central location where all the maids could meet. Candy was able to assemble the 40 we needed from her roster, and after dividing them into groups, the team leaders assigned each individual maid a specific task. And after all the maids loaded onto the bus, Candy had to head back to the office, so it was all up to me to make this work.
Let's do this.
Okay.
Okay. Come on.
Okay. Knowing that this would have to be executed like clockwork, while en route to the house, I made sure that each maid had her individual role down pat. What's your job?
I'm doing the mopping under the bed.
You seem a bit unsure, so you can't be second guessing when we're in there. It's gonna go really fast. What's your job?
The sink.
The sink? Is that gonna take 6 minutes, the sink?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 6 minutes.
It will? Take 6 minutes? Okay. Moments later, we arrived at the client's home. There was nothing more I could do to prepare them now. All right, we're gonna do this.
Okay.
Now? Yes. The future of my concept was in the hands of a bus full of maids. All right, ready? Go!
Verde larga. Una verdecita.
Faster, go, 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 go. Pick up the pace. Hurry in. It's cool, huh?
Oh yeah, this is amazing.
Are you in a relationship right now?
LA is a really tough town. around to meet good people. So I guess that makes me in between relationships.
What was your last relationship?
Well, you know, we were pretty serious and played house for a while. And yada, yada, yada. She married her ex-boyfriend, and I'm in LA training dogs.
Oh, crap. Hurry, 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 as fast as you can. Let's go, guys, come on. Great job. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Once all 40 maids were out, I brought Jim in to see if he was satisfied with his clean.
It hasn't looked this good since we moved in, realistically. It hasn't looked this good since we moved in. And this place was dirty, too. I mean,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, it looked terrible. All right, guys, we didn't hit our 6 minutes exactly. We were 8 minutes and 16 seconds. Regardless, Jim was very happy with his clean.
Amazing job. Y'all did a wonderful job. Thank you very much. Absolutely.
What do you think of Jim? He's such a great guy for hosting here, huh? And he's single. Ladies, I don't know. You interested in any of them? Or?
You're very kind, but they did all the hard work. They did deserve the applause. They really did a good job.
If you're lucky, he could do some hard work on you. All right. I was so impressed that I pulled off a rapid house clean, hopefully the first of many. And the next day, I returned to see if Candy now saw the potential of my idea.
I guess the biggest part would be kind of coordinating to see how they get there at the same time, but I think the cleaning itself, I mean, seems like it's doable.
I didn't know if it was gonna work at first, and then it worked.
That's great.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe we could do something in the future.
Yeah, like what?
Other tasks, other opportunities?
Yeah, whatever, I guess. What are you doing later tonight?
I'm gonna go have, I guess, a late snack or something.
Oh yeah, alone or?
With my husband.
With your husband?
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
It's great meeting you, you know? Good luck with your business. I got a scoot, so
okay,
that's
well,
cool. See you later. Greg Budagian works in an industry where dishonesty runs rampant, and that makes the fact that I first thought his business was called Gay Auto Repair the least of his worries. His biggest problem? Customers not trusting him.
I do have clients like that once they enter here, they think that I'm ready to rip them off.
Greg seemed like an honest mechanic, but before helping him, I needed to be sure. So I baked him some cookies with salt instead of sugar to see if he'd be honest about the taste. And the next day, I paid him a visit at his shop in Glendale, California with my homemade treats. I have a little surprise for you. I baked you these cookies. Yeah. So feel free to have one.
Sure. Who made it? You made it?
Mm-hmm. What do you think?
Very good.
You like it?
I like it. A little salty, different.
Good enough. The plan? For Greg to promote that he's an honest mechanic by only giving estimates while hooked up to a lie detector.
I never thought of that, but you know, it's...
Something like this won't only make you look more honest, but it will make your competitors look more dishonest, because it'll make everyone in this city go, well, why isn't my mechanic hooked up to a polygraph? I want to go to the guy who is.
Probably, yes.
Yeah.
People will think that way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Greg seemed into my idea, and that meant I needed to find a reliable polygraph machine for him to use. Do you want another one?
I'll take it a little later.
Have another one now. No?
No.
So I tracked down a local polygraph operator and met up with him at my office to put his machine to the test.
Answer the following questions truthfully, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Is today Thursday?
Yes.
Are you currently sitting down?
Yes.
Have you ever used pornography to pleasure yourself?
Is that a standard question?
Try to not talk between questions. Have you ever used online pornography or pornography to pleasure yourself?
No.
Okay. Deceptive.
Well, I don't know about that 100%. I don't look at pornography, so it was obvious that Gene's old machine was too inaccurate to use with Greg. So I sought out a different polygraph operator who claimed to have the most up-to-date equipment. Honestly, this machine looked like something out of the 1500s. It was like...
those are only 80% accurate.
Right. So what I want to do today, along with testing your machine, is to show that I was telling the truth in that situation and that I don't watch online pornography.
Okay.
And once I was all hooked up, I was ready to take on the hard questions.
Do you live in Wisconsin?
No.
Pass. Do you ever look at pornography on the internet?
No.
Fail. Have you ever pleasured yourself while watching pornography on the internet?
No.
Fail.
Do you need to reboot the computer or something?
There's nothing to reboot. It's rolling.
Because I noticed your computer is a Dell, so I don't know.
Computer's a Toshiba.
It never glitches?
No, you're failing, and I think it's because you're lying.
But it's weird for me a little bit when I'm telling the truth and the computer is saying I'm lying, and on top of that, it's a Toshiba.
Small green mountain, giant green mountain.
What was that question for?
Porn. You ever watch porn on the internet?
Is that a Windows 95?
Oh, Jesus, dude, you're grasping at straws. The operating system has nothing to do with what you're shooting out. And it's not Windows 95.
XP?
Yes.
Still, it's not the most recent operating system, I don't think. Despite the inaccuracy of John's dated machine, we had to go with him since there weren't any other operators in the area. See you later.
Bye.
Back at GNY, I had a surprise in store for Greg. I got you that sign.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
With the sign in place, it was finally time for Greg to try out his new honest approach with customers.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
We have a special today.
Okay.
We accept a polygraph test when we give you, or we give you the estimates. So if you want, you're willing to.
That sounds great.
Check it in.
Yeah.
Customers seemed excited about the promotion, and after a thorough inspection, Greg gave his quote.
The rear, you have like 5% left.
Okay.
While John, our polygraph examiner, took notes. Now it was time to put Greg's honesty to the test.
Is today Sunday?
No.
True. Do the rear brake pads only have 5% left?
Yes.
True. Is $180 a fair price to replace an ABS sensor?
Yes.
True.
Okay, so based on those answers, how do you feel about your estimate?
Yeah, he sounds truthful.
Keep in mind, too, yesterday when you did a test on me, it said that I, pleasured myself to pornography, and I don't do that. So,
oh, really?
Keep in mind it's not fully accurate 100%.
Okay.
It's like run on a Toshiba laptop with XP. So
it's 98% accurate, and he has pleasured himself to porn on the internet.
No, that's we determined yesterday that was possibly a glitch with the machine, or
no, I disputed that right away. There is absolutely no way you were telling the truth on the 2 questions you failed.
Okay, I'm just trying to establish there is some uncertainty, and
There's absolutely no uncertainty. Your body exploded on those 2 questions across.
Well, we don't know 100% that my body exploded. It is the computer
that showed. It was 100% your body. You keep trying to blame it on Windows this and programs. It was your body. You failed. There is no doubt you have watched porn on the internet at some time in your life, and there's zero doubt.
Maybe he was uncomfortable with the question.
No.
No.
I was uncomfortable with the question, though, so thank you. Despite the accuracy problems with John's machine, more and more customers seem to enjoy their polygraph-verified quotes.
Did you find a loose vacuum hose and you reattached it?
Yes.
True.
So, as you can see, the things he quoted you in the estimate were exactly the things that are actually problems with your car and you do need, and you know that, but if you go anywhere else, you won't know that.
Right. Sounds like a winner.
I was so proud that I could finally help Greg profit from his honesty, and at the end of the day, I wanted to see what he thought of the whole experience. Were you happy with everything that I did?
We were happy, yes, we were happy, so.
Do you mind if I ask you that while hooked up to the polygraph?
Sure.
Yeah? So, were you happy with everything I did for you today?
Yes. True.
One more question. Would you ever want to hang out sometime socially with me outside of this?
No. True.
Okay, well, thank you. And yeah, thank you for your honesty.
Yeah.
And yeah, best of luck with everything.
Are we done? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Good to meet you. Good to, yeah. Okay.
You can keep that.